from what I know, a missing 15-year-old girl named Angel Turner. I'll give you all some time to get in here. Let's see. Let's get in here myself. I need to put this in here. That's what I really need to. Okay, let's see. Let's take this out because I can't get it in there like that. All right, give you all some time to get in here. I'm up here unannounced. Unannounced. Okay, let's see. What's this one? This. All right, let's get in here. Hi, family. Okay, for something, this thing, I don't know, because this wobbles a lot. Let me try to change this out real quick, family. I apologize. This is what actually holds my camera up in here, but I moved it, but I can put this piece back on here. Let me get this, I don't know if this will help. All right, let's see, family. Okay. All right. Family, how's the family doing? Okay, let's see. All right, yeah. Yeah, this one is a little bit more sturdy. I don't know. That one, I think it's because that holds a heavier object, so it's just like real and steady. All right, can you all hear me okay? Let's see. All right, can you all hear me okay? Yeah, I'm coming through good. All right, family, I want to take a look. Hi, Ebony, Packlight. Hi, Tangeless. Hi, On My Journey. Hi, family. Hi, Keisha Key. Hi, family. How's the family doing? Yes, Kiki, we can look into that. Hi, Mother Goose. All right, family. Today I'm gonna take a look at this. And I'm scrying too. So if you all see me looking over there, family, I'm scrying. Okay. This is the thing. While I'm scrying over this missing young girl, is really weird, right? What's coming through, what I'm seeing. First of all, from what I can see, right? I keep seeing like it's weird because I'm like, where the heck is this? Is this a beach, right? I'm not certain what this is, because I just keep seeing something that may look like sand or some kind of clay, right? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like sand, right? Or clay, right? So I'm looking like, is this a beach? The only thing that I can see like is something laid out, right? Just say you lay a towel out, and in the middle of the towel put like, just say a bag or a drink or a suitcase right there in the middle. So I'm like, what the heck is this I'm looking at here? So this is what I'm seeing so far, right? So I'm gonna just say some beach area, right, where some sand is, some clay like. No, this is. All right, let's see what shifts around in here. Okay. All right, let's I'm looking into this case, family. A missing little girl named Angel Turner, family. So I said I would tap into this energy and see what's going on. I believe there's no updates as of yet, and I believe she is still missing, and I believe she has been missing for over a week now, or could be just, I don't know. But Seeing what's shift around in here. Yeah, it's like I'm zooming in. It's like I'm zooming in this one area. You need to feel like a desert-like place, right? So like some sand or clay-like substance that I'm looking at. And it's like something right there. All right, let's see what you all talking about. Then I'll get into this. On my journey said, doing well, Miss T. Very good. I'm doing much, right? I'm doing much better, family. If you all know, you know, right? Doing much better, family. Let's see. All right, let's see. Hi, Pack Light. All right, not a problem. Thank you, Ebony. All right, let's look into this case. All right, missing 15-year-old. If anybody following the case, just put it in there. If anybody know if this young girl has been found or not, put it in here as well. If she's still missing, that you all know, if you all following the case, put that in there as well, right? Because of what I know, I believe that she's still missing, right? 15-year-old missing, and I believe she's missing from Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, right? So let's go to the disappearance of missing 15-year-old Angel. All right. Definitely getting some abuse in there, right? It's definitely some trauma, right? Seemed like some secrets coming out. Something was going on with some assets, right? So I do have some abuse going on in here, right? And that abuse could be on any level, right? Any type of abuse that could be going on in there, right? Physical, mental, emotional, right? But it's going there, right? And it seemed like it was a lot of things that was going on related money, right? Even somebody, right? I got to look at her wanting to, detach herself from someone because of something financial going on. So I know she's a teenager and she's 15, and a lot of times on these younger children, because she's 15, we could pick up a lot of their parents' energy on them, or the person that they're with constantly. The thing is, right, with this abuse in here and the assets, sometimes these teenagers want to separate themselves from you, right? If they feel like they're not getting what they deserve, or if you told them that you was going to give them something money-wise, right, and you don't adhere to that. So it's a lot going on back there. Let's just see what the ancestors bring through. But it's definitely some trauma going on in there with abuse, right? And I have to look at the assets in there. Just financial things, but even the quality of a person, okay? Trying to those comes through here. What is this, ancestors? Ancestors, bring it through for Angel Turner. Messages. Okay, now I can see a room. Bring it back through. Now I can see a room. It's like some kind of oval shaped room, clear, probably gray carpet. It reminds me of, you know what it reminds me of? Like if you're walking into an office type setting to something, right? So a business type setting of something. Because all I see is the glass and you can see out, right? Outdoors. So something happened there. Like something was going on there. Yeah, there's a lot of chaos going on in here, right? Why I have this detachment coming out. So there's a lot of chaos going on in here. This wheel, instead of turning, this is the thing. And I hate to say that. Everything is allegedly here, but I also have to look at somebody in the family, right? Of this young girl, Angel Turner. That is her family. And it's saying that in her family, okay, in Angel family, and her name is Angel, and she is the angel, okay? But in her family, right, there's some abuse going on, whether they talk about this or not, all right? And I tell you, family, that abuse can be on levels, you know, physical, emotional, verbal, okay? So it could be above anything back there. Let's see what the ancestors give us clarity in, okay? One of the things is that I have this wheel started turning, right? This is the thing, family, when the wheel comes out. It turns for prosperity, abundance, right? Karma or fate when this wheel comes out. Sometimes 9 times out of 10, it turns for the other person, right? Prosperity and abundance. It turns out and your karma or fate, right? Then, right? So sometimes you get the raw end of the stick, right? The other person. I'm seeing some racist acts in here, and I gotta look at her, right? The body, this is her, right? Yeah. So I gotta look at how somebody was making her feel, right? Regarding some things. Even her, like if they was shaming her in any kind of way, because I got abuse going on in there. So sometimes these people body shame, right? So not only I gotta look at things that she financially, things that she may have needed, and she needed the money to get it, because again, she is a teenager and she's 15 years old, and the way the ancestors throw this spread out, I look at that. And I also got to look at if somebody is body shaming her, okay, in any type of way, because the ancestors, the way the ancestors throw this out, right, I have to look at that, and the ancestors is just tugging me, right, as if somebody is body shaming you in many ways too. So some of these people could be downing you, talking about your size, talk. You understand? So I know I got abuse going on in there, and I gotta look at that. Okay. See, this is the thing, family. Father claims they joked about potato chips before she went to bed. Thank you for putting the Tantalus, right? Because I don't know the whole thing that's going on with her. I'm only speaking about what the ancestors bring forth, but thank you, right? Because the ancestors have been tugging on me that, you know, something to do with body shaming, okay? So sometimes it's not always what they say, because let me tell you something, family, right? Ancestors always bring to light what people try to hide from others, right? People try to deceive you about the unknown, things you can't see with the naked eye, right? Because spirit sees everything with the spiritual eye. So everything is known that we do, right? So you can't hide, you can't get away from things. It will come through, right? This is the thing, family. Sometimes they're not going to put these things out there, right? They're not going to talk about certain things, right? Something is going on in your family, they're not going to always put it out there, right? Yeah, but spirit will bring things through. So We know that, family. We know how this operates. This is the thing. Looking at the family tree and looking at Angel, she is the angel, right? Looking at Angel and her wanting to separate herself, right? For some reasons and abuse. The thing is, behind this abuse, right? Got a mom, right? Behind this abuse. I also got to look at some things because Ancestor said, look at the crying that's going on in there. Not just mom saddened about some things, because mom is saddened about some things, right? But look at the dismember and the crying, right? Somebody was saddened is why they want to detach themselves in here, right? From some things that was going on at home, right? Regarding the assets, but also the quality in someone or something, right? The quality is her. See, somebody's in there body shaming and doing things like that in there, right? Maybe could just be making you feel awkward about, you know, about your body, right? So that's definitely going on. That wheel is started turning, Ancestor said, because it's chaos in there, right? It's chaos in there. Why? Because somebody's emotional. So now I have to look at Angel being emotional. She's crying. She wanna, right? With this dismember back here. Okay? Wanna separate herself from something or someone. Because some abuse is going on back there. I got a mother back there. That's a part of some abuse that's going on at home. Right? Yeah. So there's some things going on in the family of Angel. Whether they put that out there or not, right? And everything is allegedly, family, because you all know I have to say that. Right? Let's go a little deeper. Let's see what you all are saying, family. There's nothing hidden by the moon that the sun won't illuminate. You got that right. You got that right, Tantress, and I love the way you put that, sister. You got that right. And that's why I tell the family, right? You got to bring these things to the light. It's not that the spiritual realm don't know what's going on, but you have to bring that to the light, right? Yeah. It's a lot of secrets and deception that people need to bring light. Sometimes bringing that to the light is just taking accountability for their own actions, right? Yeah. Let's go a little deeper into these messages. And that could be the... I just hope the way that this I just hope that this baby didn't find her way somewhere at a beach. I don't know if it's a beach or some kind of pool area with sand nearby. But I'm just hoping that this young girl didn't make her way to a beach and then something terribly happened, or somebody took her to a beach and something terribly happened there at the beach. And then they didn't report it because something went left, right? This is all I keep seeing is something that's like kind of like sand like material or some kind of clay like substance. This is all I keep seeing there with something right in the middle there. I don't know what this is. Clarity. So Angela said, look at the fire back here, right? So look at the aggression that's going on back here. So look at the aggression, right? In the media. Whatever's going on back there, it caused that chaos. So whatever the media is, so whatever the communication is, whatever the aggressive communication is, it something happened. Okay? Made somebody saddened, emotional, upset. That's what's going on in there, right? Ancestor said, I must take a look at this taker in the family tree, right? This caretaker. I gotta look at the trafficking. So taking something or someone against will, right? And even if you went with them, right? But I gotta look at somebody taking something or someone from Angel, right? So sometimes these people take things from you, right? Because they feel like they punishing you in various ways. But it's on abusive level. Ancestor is abuse, right? Back there. So somebody did take something, right, from this young girl. Something more happened back there. That's the thing. Somebody was doing communication that was aggressive. So in there, and they could be taunting Angel, whatever. And I don't want to place the blame on anybody, but it's some foreign things going on in this communication. You understand? So they could be into you reckless in here, right? Any kind of way. That's why she's emotional and crying in here. You understand? Look at the power over the opposition. His power over her, right? Power over her. Somebody is here is trying to have the upper hand, right? Power over her. See, they're being racist on how they doing this as well. Okay? Not only that, they talking about employment and herself, so go get a job, right? You want certain things, go get a job. These things is the communication that's being this, right? You want certain things, you go get a job and need to go get it, right? Because I'm not going to supply it anymore. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take that away from you. You want it, go get a job. Go. Because I got foreign communication going on in here. So I got someone in here, right? Gaining over her, but they doing it in a racist type of way. So they could be biased, shaming you in many ways in here, right? About your figure and other things in here, about your contribution in the household and different things like that. That's what's going on in there as well, right? That's going on, right? I don't care how you want to put it. The ancestors get out, okay? So I have that going on in here. Okay. I'm going to go a little deeper. And I want to see something that the ancestors bring out. And I was trying to see if this energy is going to shift it. But so far, this energy is not shifting. And it looks like, from what I see, it's like some, I don't know, some dead place. It reminds me of some sand, some clay. So the only place that'll remind me that is of a beach or something like that, or something that is very sandy. Even like a street or something that can have nothing but sand or clay color. What's the name? This, because this is all I keep seeing. She took a bag of clothes, but left all personal items behind. Electronic devices. I'm going there. Thank you for this, Tanchless. I wonder if this is what this thing that I see right in the middle of this area. Because it's like, you know how somebody down a towel or something, but it's like something like a bag or suitcase or something like right smack in the middle. But I don't see this young girl nowhere in sight, right? I'm just seeing nothing but sand or clay or whatever surrounding the whole area, but not seeing her, right? Trying to see if this energy will come through and something will shift, but this is all I'm seeing here. Clarity. I just want to go a little deeper. Right? We still praying. We don't stop praying, right? So we praying for this young girl's safety and, you know, her whereabouts. Yeah. A lot of the tours, right, can tell me not just about children, right? But it also could tell me about tangible things, right? The toys, worldly things that we like, right? Cars, stereos, radios, Nintendo games, right? So this is what's in here, right? With the toys, and I see mom and the abuse. And remember, Ancestor said I got a caretaker in the family that I have to look at that's taking some things, right? So they taking some possessions away. You see these toys? Here's the suicide, right? So now I got to look at the self-harm that this young girl is doing because of emotional state that she is in, right? So she want to separate herself, maybe leave, right? Something happened in here. The aggressive communication that's going on in here, right? That was self-harm that went on in here. So somebody's doing communication in here that wasn't the best with her. Because however she perceived that conversation or whatever what was said to her and things that has been taken away from her, right? I got to look at her act because she's emotional. Okay? So she's going through something, right? So she wanted certain things too at home. That's like the prosperity, right? So I got the abundance in the home with the assets because somebody was fooling and taking something away from her, right? So taking money away from her, restricting her from certain privileges, financial things that she can do chores, just say, right, and receive money. So I got to look at that. But I also look at the power over the opposition where somebody's being racist in here, right? So basically, they successful in here telling her that she wants certain things go to work, right? Because that's basically what's going on in here. That's going on in here, right? Yeah. You see the unconditional love, right? That should be given, but somebody is interfering with that because of the communication they doing in here. They doing this to the daughter. So they doing this communication to the daughter, right? It's chaos. But not only that, I got to look at the daughter, right? Doing some self-harmful things in here because of the love that she feels that she's not getting in there. I have that's going on, and I have a female in there as well doing chaotic communication. So they just be in there talking to you recklessly. Here's a solar eclipse. So somebody was successful at this end of battle. So whoever that got the power, right, in there, all right, being racist, bias, or anything else like that towards her. This is the thing. So they discussing some things in there, right, about the body, okay? So they in there, they discussing some things, right? Not just about her disappearance, but about her, right? Her physical appearance. They're in there talking about some things. Here's the rebellious, right? I tell you, these people go against nature, smoking, drinking, sex, killing, whatever they do, right? But it's a caretaker. That caretaker is in the family tree, right? So I got a caretaker in as well that's contributed to some things in there. They contributed to ancestors said this happened. So they were successful taking some things away. So they did, whether they talking about it or not. So they took something probably as a punishment, right? or whatever other, right? For some reasons, what her body. So if there was fat shaming her or anything like that, yeah, they would take things away. Um, but they definitely took some possessions away. What I keep seeing is like some desert like area, and I hate to describe it like this, how I'm gonna describe it, right? Which, yeah, this is like a beach. Thank you, ancestors. This is like a beach area because now I'm seeing some other things. Need to go out there and maybe look where people may set up camp or tent, right? Like on a beach or anything like that. Look for some items, particularly could even be set up depending on somebody's backyard may look, but particularly like a white sheet, white blanket, right, laid out. Things I'm seeing some other items, but then it's bringing me into a setting that remind me like of an office setting. So I wonder if somebody was telling her about right, going to a certain place and something that she may need to have done, right? Yeah, because something just appeared in my scry that put me in a mind frame like you're out, like kind of make me feel like you're out but camping, right? um Maybe run away and outdoors out there, right? So I also got to look at clarity into this trafficking. Even if she went with someone, right, with this energy that comes out, yeah, see, this is the thing, right? But I got this kind of energy back there. She went willingly. So she went because she wanted to go, but a lot of the reasons why she wanted to go in this self-harm is because she's emotional. She's emotional, right? And people could do a lot of things, right? Not saying that she committed suicide, but I have self-harm. The suicide lets me know, yes, somebody could commit suicide. The suicide also tells me that you contributing to your own demise. You contributing to the self-harm that's going on with you. So I have this young girl, Angel, that's contributing to some things, but that's only because she's emotional, okay? She's emotional because somebody's in here, they doing communication with her that's not the best, all right? So they saying some things that she doesn't like in here, all right? And that's what brought the chaos, and that's why she separated herself in here, all right? Let me look into this. Just want to tap into this energy. Yeah, they need to go scouting outdoors, like searching outdoors. Scared to look and see what that is. Definitely need to go scouting outdoors, like searching all those areas, anywhere where a park could be, beaches, pools, in people backyards. Because from what I'm seeing, it looked like you're setting up camp outdoors somewhere, from what I can see. Okay. So she was conscious of the choices that she was in here making, right? And other people was aware of it, and she knew, right? She followed her intuition, basically. Her intuition told her some things, and I got to look at this, right? Just jumped out the deck. Okay? So even if she did go with somebody with this, she went because she wanted. All right? She went because she wanted to go at that time, right? Give it some more time, right? See if this young lady come back home, you know. Yeah, here's the earth element, right? Conscious threw out the deck, jumped out the deck. The earth, when I was looking into this with the tracking, right? So not only do I gotta look at this young girl, but I gotta look at, you know, her being in the earth element, right? So out there, just out there, right? At park, go look at the park, beaches, people backyards, right? They need to go canvassing, searching. Somebody took her in, right? Give her shelter, but that's what I'm looking at, right? And I'm praying that nothing happened to this young girl, because the one thing, even though I'm looking at my scry and I see some things set out, but I don't see her, right? I don't see this young girl there. So that's the thing, right? I'm not seeing her anywhere. I'm just seeing what I could see look like some kind of sand-like material, clay-like material, right? Could be some dirt, brown dirt, however. But I'm not seeing her. I'm seeing something laid out, and I'm seeing something smack in the middle that reminds me of a bag, a suitcase, something. Thank you, ancestors. So that's what I'm seeing. All right. So we're gonna keep praying, because I was very well aware of what you know, her actions. Even though I got self-harm on her soul, right? But she's emotional, right? She wanted to detach herself from some things was going on there. So that's what I'm seeing. Okay. All right. Let's see what you all are saying. This is why it's so important to not body shame people, especially young and this went down. Impressionable people. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes, you got that right. Socially awkward. Yes, right? We have to be mindful. Sometimes we can cause things, like the ancestors say, this will is turning, right? We praying that this going to turn out for her abundance, right? That nothing goes wrong while she's outdoors. See how this will instead of turning, right? Because the aggressive things that's going on with loved ones, right? Instead of them supposed to have unconditional love for you, they're in here, they doing not effective communication. Look what kind of communication they doing. Communication that bring chaos and turmoil, right? That's what's going on in there. So you have to be mindful of how you talk, especially to our young ones, right? Yeah, they doing all kind of things, right? Talking about all kind of things. Look at this. Weight, right? Body shaming, all kind of things in there. You understand? And she does need to see a health professional because she's going through something. She's depressed. Okay? This is how depression sets in on people, because the way people handle them, right? It's abuse, Ancestor says. So I can't even look at it no other way. Ancestor says abuse going on in there, right? That's verbal abuse going on in there, right? Mental abuse going on in there. That's what I'm seeing, right? We praying. We don't stop praying, right? And everything is allegedly, right? We're not saying that anybody is a bad parent or anything like this, but we're saying sometimes we can cause things and don't even realize it, right? With our own children. Yeah, like somebody is setting up camp outdoors somewhere, right? Synergy is now I'm seeing look like some kind of old storefronts now from what I could see. Like some old storefronts. Yeah, they're gonna have to go canvas, right? In them areas, right? Looking for this young girl. Hopefully she get in the hands of the wrong person. I'm seeing self-harm, but again, she is emotional. There. Yes, verbal abuse lasts forever. Yes. The bruises from physical abuse go away after a few days. Yes. Socially awkward. So true. Hello, coming into the chat. Okay, now family asked me to look into another case. Simply Reba said West Virginia, no updates. Thank you. But that's the backstory, right? This is one of the reasons why this young girl wanted to depart ways from her home, from her mom, right? Somebody was making her feel a certain way, and they was doing communication with her that wasn't effective communication, right? Somebody was in talking about her body. Somebody was in there telling her about getting her own money for things, right? Even having to pay for things to a doctor because of some things, right? It could be things with your weight or anything like that, or get you in the health, whatever, exercise, whatever. Because somebody's definitely body shaming her, right? That's the first energy that I picked up. Yeah. So there's some things going on in there. Alexis Patterson. Thank you, Tanchless. Okay, what's the story behind Alexis Patterson? Is she a teenager? Is she an adult? What's going on with Alexis Patterson? What's the age? How long Alexis Patterson been missing? Ancestors clarity into the situation regarding Alexis Patterson. This energy shift around for Alexis Patterson. Alexis Patterson. Let's see. Alexis Patterson. What's this? All right, let's let this energy shift around. Alexis Patterson. Alexis Patterson missing 21 years ago. Is this not the young lady that I did a thing, right? Ancestor thing on the other day, right? Years ago at the age of 7, not 29. Okay, so she was 7 when she went missing, is now 29. Now 29. Okay. Look at Alexis Patterson. We were missing from in her home, because it looked like I'm seeing like a bedroom type area. Ancestors showing me something about like a bed. Look like some things out on the bed or something. Oh. Clarity. Ancestors said law enforcement, tower, corruption. So not only do I got to look at corruption with law enforcement, so the law enforcement is out there or was at the time successfully looking for her, or overlooked clues, or knew something but didn't, didn't follow through on things. Not only do I got to look at corruption with law enforcement, but I also got to look at corruption that happened in that tower, right? The tower tells me not only about somebody's job, but also their home life, right? So I got to look at what was going on in this young girl home, and I got to look at the people who was handling the case, right? In law enforcement. Yeah. Got corruption. So you got to think outside the box. Sometimes people look for evidence. Sometimes they discard evidence. Sometimes they don't care about the evidence. Sometimes they know that they let a well-known criminal go, knowing that they contributed to the demise of somebody, right? It's corruption. Got to think outside the box. All right. Let's go a little further. See what you're saying. Something happened at home. The stepfather. Look very good at that, Tangelus. We know what's going on, right? Well, messes that Alexis Patterson would like us to know. Yeah. Look at this person. This is a relationship. This is a relationship, right? So I got to look at this one in this relationship, right? Who somebody wanted to have a future with, right? So sometimes this could be somebody who is supposed to be your future husband or somebody who you've been in your future with, right? And because Alexis is a child, right? She's only 7. I got to look at her parents, right? I got to look at her parents' energy. But Ancestor said that is what's going on in this tower, right? Here's the angel. She is the angel, Ancestors, right? You see the obsess tells me about reckless, right? Faulty choices and decisions. See, I got law enforcement in here just being reckless, right? And when it comes to angel, I tell you, it's corruption in here. So when it comes to her and what happened to her and the follow or evidence or whatever that they needed to do in the case, when it comes to this young girl, Angel, this baby, right? I got to look at them just being reckless, right? Reckless in the evidence they collected, reckless and investigating, reckless in, bringing someone to justice. In her case, reckless, making faulty choices and decisions. Now here's the ring. I'm seeing something or someone popping up, right? A detour in here. The detour had to do with this, money. Ancestor says corruption. So somebody in here did a detour, right? I got to look at something that happened or didn't happen because of some money related things, right? It's corruption, ancestors. All right, let's go. Clarity. Ancestors was showing me something in a home, right? Like a bed, but I don't know. It just looked like everything was disarray. So I don't even know what I'm looking at this point. So I got people, siblings that's connected to Alexis, even aunts and different things like that, right? Who wants justice regarding what's going on with her. But you see this relationship? Because this is a relationship. Here's the future, right? Here's the celebration. But behind there is some things going on in that tower. So this is definitely a relationship. So I got to look at things, somebody that mom or dad, whoever they was in a relationship with, right? Could be a proposal, could be a marriage, but this is just somebody who that they're in a relationship with. The ancestors brought out along her soul. Some things going on in here. Okay? So I got to look at Angel, right? Here's some reckless things, and I got some siblings coming through. So it could be other children there connected to Angel, right? I got to look at just somebody being reckless, and I have to look at also something Angel, if somebody felt like Angel could have been reckless with somebody's child. Although she was 7, right? I have to look at that because the way the ancestors brought her message out, it tells me that I have to look at somebody feeling like too, like she could have been roughhousing someone or, just, you understand? And sometimes take things out on the children, right? So if you, with your siblings and you being a little rough or something happened or your sibling do something to you, I gotta look at some things. So Ancestor said, here's a detour. Somebody popped up, or there's a detour because of some money with the justice, right? With the justice. So it's corruption. So this is like if somebody was supposed to pay child support, somebody could have had to pay child support but didn't, right? And it could have caused something, right? In the household. Okay? Something probably didn't come through, right? With payments, child support, whatever. Because that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a detour in here, right? With me. And it involves the justice system as well, right? So I have to look at that. Somebody could have had to pay child support, right? Yeah. Yeah. Ancestors is saying, here's the toys. So I got to look at worldly things, right? I even got to look at children, but I got to look at this loved one back here, right? And the relationship back here. And these siblings in here that's connected. So something happened, right, in the amongst children. The crow warning, right, about these children too, right? This children in the future of these children, right? If you do something in here, so if you celebrate, you bring me into your home, right? It's going to bring you nothing but havoc, confusion, stress, right? Things that you wouldn't think that's going to happen in, but it is, right? It's corruption. Here's the reward, right? She is the angel. Something happened in here, and I got to look at somebody wanting some kind of recognition, right? But it seemed like something happened while somebody was at work, right? Something happened in here between siblings. So somebody could have been at work. Something happened, right? Something happened in there. More to this is in here. Now, I want you to pay close attention to this, right? Here's the accident, which is the situation, okay? A detour. Here's the birth and the wealth. So I got to look at a birth parent and some, right? So the situation is a birth parent and some money. A birth parent that didn't get what they was supposed to get, justice system, and I got a birth parent that had to pay something, right, according to the justice system. So probably not paying child support. The other parent to get what they deserve, felt like they deserve, right? Because something's definitely going on there with child support, all right? And somebody's not paying, right? So sometimes kids can't get what they need, or they take things out on the children because they're not getting the extra money for the child, right? And Ancestors just says a bunch of wounds and things that's not so good in this relationship. And when it comes to children, so now I got to watch who you're in a relationship, who you bringing in your home around the children, right? Around your child or children. I have to look at that because that's what the ancestor said, right? Yeah. A lot of conflict in here, the siblings. A lot of conflict in here with law enforcement, so the communication in here. Here's the fated relationship in this. So in this tower, right? So I got this young baby is fated relationships in here. One of the fated relationships is that I have somebody else in a relationship that's involved in the home, and now it may have taken somebody else out of the home, right? So it's kind of like, just say if I'm mom and I'm coming in the home now, I'm joining a family, but now I'm stepping in, and now it's going to dismiss your biological mom, right? In many ways. So I got some of that that's going on with this, right? So I got a partner in here. Here's the justice, but it's corruption back there. So I got somebody in here, yeah, who's joining the family, but it's fading relationship, and even the fading relationships in the communication. Here's the situation, right? The accident. So the situation, Ancestors, is a detour, right? Something happened in here. Somebody popped up. It was a situation. I'm going to look at this birth parent, and I got to look at the promiscuous. So I got the sexual partner of that birth parent in this situation. All right, a little deeper. Some secrets on in there. Look like I'm seeing a pile of something over here on the floor. I'm seeing somebody sitting, I don't know, maybe rummaging through something. Yeah. I gotta look at the honest behind the toys and this loved one and this loved one. Right? So I gotta look at some things that a child was talking about a partner in here. So I had a child expressing something to their loved one about the partner of the loved one, right? They're expressing something in here, okay? I have a situation who has an addiction in here, right? It's been a lot of detours in here because somebody has an addiction, right? Thing is with this addiction, look at the goodbye in here. And look at the goodbye in here to a birth child, a birth parent. Look at the wealth in here. But look at the goodbye. Also, look at the... So somebody in here, they got an addiction to... They got an addiction to sexual pleasures, right? It's a lot of lust going on in there. It's a lot of lust, right? So I got somebody that have an addiction, right? I have a child in here that's stating that a partner did something as well, right? You. Ancestor said, I must look at this roommate in here. A lot of fading relationships going on in here. I got to look at some things, right? First of all, I got to look at, Ancestor said, I got to look at somebody's partner that's connected to the child, to the loved one. And I got to look at this nature, right? I got to look at the situation that happened when somebody is under the influence, right? Take their money, spend it on various addictions, right? And I got to look at the corruption, not only in the sexual partner, because that's how it comes, right? The corruption and the sexual partner, but the corruption and the justice system. And the justice system knowing that somebody also needs to be behind bars, because sometimes people be predators, right? And they just be in the system, right? They just don't put them in the system. So I got some things that's going on in here, right? Ancestor section and law enforcement. It's corruption of things that happen in that tower. I got corruption with a sexual partner, right? So that's what I got going on in here. This young girl, whole spread, right? This baby, whole spread just tells me that something went on in here with a mate, right? And other children, not just her, other children, okay? Other children as well. Something went on in here. And I have to look at her loved one, right? This child that's missing. I look at her loved one, right? Who her loved one was in a relationship with, who is a partner, okay? Who the ancestors said, you have to watch out for this partner, right? In the future with other children as well, right? The way this comes out. Right? Animal-like instincts, right? Creating relationship in here with children and with law enforcement. So sometimes they in and out of, law for certain things, right? And it can have to do with children and inappropriate things. Although nobody probably ever followed up or did anything about it, okay? Sometimes these people get off the hook, right? When they should be investigated further. But ancestors say that, look at that situation and why this baby is no longer here. All right, let's see this dismember. Clarity into this dismember. The only thing that I'm seeing in this, and it looked like somebody could have been standing up with a cap on their head, right? But the only thing that I'm seeing is, it looked like a bed that was in disarray, right? Looked like some things was all over. Somebody also was driving a vehicle, but it looked like the vehicle. Let me tell you something. How this vehicle is, it looked like somebody, you know how, like, say when you going, just say you going camping, whatever, and you got like a cooler or something on the top of the vehicle, right? See, they was able to put something in there on the roof of this vehicle. So somebody had access to this, right? To this vehicle with something that they can stash in there. Let me know, fam. Put that in. All right? What else y'all know about the case? This person surely, and that's how I'm looking at them, and I hate to say this, this young girl, right, was something that they could put on top of that vehicle, but it looked like it's a cooler type thing. All right, let's look at this dismember. And that could be why this pal is on the floor and this person is just huddled down. That's a lot of corruption. I wonder if this person, because they definitely affiliated with law enforcement in more ways than one, right? They highly connected in here to law enforcement too. They got connections in here. Could be why they're getting away with a lot of stuff. It's a lot of corruption, so. I got somebody who served the law in some kind of way. that's behind this, right? They're closely connected to the law. I got too much energy that's coming out that tells me that they're part of this thing. And I got to look at who's this that's connected in here to law enforcement, ancestors? Who is this that's connected to law enforcement? So this is a family, this is a family friend who's connected to law enforcement in here. Family friends. Friends of the family who's connected here. Somebody's just reckless in here. So this family friend is connected to the stepfather. So I got a friend of the family who's connected to law enforcement. And then I have the stepfather as well, right? That's the closely connection to this person. Some things going on in here. Yeah, I guess I would get this. So I got a lot of things going on in this younger case, right? It's sad that the stepfather, oops, okay, it's sad that this, where did it go? It's sad that the stepfather, why does this keep doing this? That the stepfather gave up a personal in a bank robbery, so he wouldn't do time. He gave up a person in a bank robbery. Mother deals with crystals. Mother was cool, best friends with biological dad's girlfriend. Step died of overdose. Thank you for that. Somebody sure enough had addictions in here, right? Something more going on in there. Family says she was supposed to be mad because she couldn't take her cupcakes to school that morning. And sure enough, was a celebration going on in there, right? And I am seeing the fate of relationships in there. But I'm also seeing somebody's partner in here. And I'm seeing some other things. So the person who done this is known. They known to a loved one, right? That's connected to this young baby. I wonder if this is I wonder, is this a school safety crossing guard in here, right? And the only reason why I'm throwing this out there is because that just came through in my scry, right? Because I am seeing somebody in some uniform and they crossing the street. All right. What I'm seeing is, right, some reckless things going on in here. Okay. I gotta look at this roommate. Okay. But it's so crazy the way this energy comes out. It's telling me that not only do I gotta look at the roommate, but I gotta look at the sexual partner in here, right? And I gotta look at law enforcement in here. That's what I'm seeing. That screen just went black. All right, let me get back in here, family. I'm kind of out of, because I just got booted out. Let me go back. All right, let's get back in this live. All right, I'm back in this live. She lived 2 blocks from school, family says. Now's the girl come saying she may be Alexis. Mothers deal with crystals. What's crystals? Crystals like we utilize crystals, or you mean like crystal meth? What's that? Mother's got addiction. So I'm seeing a lot of things that's going on in her case, but a lot of things that is pointing to a stepfather, a lot of things that's pointing to a friend of the stepfather as well. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing in here. And the person is connected to the stepfather. They're in they serve the law, so they deal with the law in some kind of way. They closely connected. That's what I'm in. There's a lot going on in there. Her sister was 2 months old at the time. Thank you for that. Or did something that angered the husband, and they were already upset about money. Yeah, emotionally tantrumless, right? You see what comes out in there, right? And it was something that angered them that had to do with that sibling, right? That had to do with that sibling. And sometimes they take things out on the kids. Yeah, and that's why you got to watch the kids, especially around other children, right? You have to watch them, because you can't get upset with them when they do something out of line, but you're not really watching them, right? Right? We got to teach the kids. We got to watch them. Somebody in there was being reckless, doing other things, not watching them, and something happened in there, right? Yeah. So it is more than just that. I know he said that she left. She was upset or something because she couldn't take Cup to school or something that day. But it was something more that was going on in the tower. I got to look at the way somebody was expressing their love too, for her and a sibling or siblings as well, because that's what comes through, right? And sometimes they can treat one child better than the other, right? Or show more affection to one child than they do the other because the other child may be theirs. So it was something that more that was going on in there. We just gonna pray, right? This is from an article. Several snitches who had been incarcerated with Edge's drug supplier claimed the supplier had admitted or implied that he had kidnapped, killed her. I ain't gonna dispute that because of some things that came out, right? And then I know that I have people that's in law enforcement too. They're making reckless choices in there, right? So they could overlooking evidence because it's corruption. But also I see why, because stepdad have a friend that's closely connected to law enforcement. So sometimes it's who you know, right? Things could get overlooked. So I'm not going to dispute that, right? When I asked the ancestors specifically, who is this person who is closely connected in law enforcement, it came out the friend of the family. When I asked the ancestors who was connected to the friend of the family, who's connected to law enforcement, it came out the stepfather. You understand? It's corruption. It's corruption, right? People who you don't think be involved, they be involved. Things that you don't think be in, it be happening, family. It's corruption. So, yeah. And somebody was sexual too. And I got to look at a sexual partner, right? To the birth parent. To the birth parent. So that's what I'm seeing, Finny, right? We praying. We don't stop praying, though. It doesn't matter how long it's been. Family said he came forward, said that she may possibly be this young girl, Alexis. If it is, right? I'm going to pray on that too, right? And the only thing that I keep seeing, family, even looking at my screen, waiting for in the shift, the one thing that I seen is the one thing that I was seeing is like a bed that was like in a disarray, like I don't know, thing all over, right? A pile of something on the floor, look, sheet, towel, whatever, right? Just thrown pile something. Somebody crouched down on the floor, but when they stood up, they have on a cap, right? I see a car leaving, but on the top of the vehicle, it has like some like a cooler, like a big cooler or something, right? Like if you're going on picnic or camping somewhere, right? That's what's on the top of this vehicle. And for some reason, ancestors are just tugging me to this is what this young girl was concealed in, right? And that was on top of that vehicle. That's what I'm seeing. right? We praying though. We don't stop praying. Don't stop praying. You're very welcome, Keisha Key. Socially awkward said, Auntie, there are hard suitcases that you can strap to the top of your vehicle. Yeah, because that's exactly what something strapped up there, right? Put me in the mind frame of a cooler. It could be a suitcase, right? But when I seen that, Ancestor just told me, like, that's what she was concealed in. So, however, they got that in the apartment, in the house, and got this baby in there and strapped it as if like they taking a family trip or a trip or whatever and put it on top of the car, loaded it on top of that car. You know what the car remind me of? Because I seen this kind of car before. It was like a Corolla or something, right? That's what it put me in the mind frame, like them older cars. That's what I'm saying. Like a brown, like the brown where they got the brown or the tan in the back, right? From what I could see from the back of the air. I was trying to get a description of this guy, but no, he remind me of, I don't know, because it's like it's dark, like I can't see that cap there and kind of like broad, little broad shoulders, right? Got a little height on him. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. Family said she supposedly borrowed a suitcase and a gym bag from neighbor and then gave the bag back. Thank you for that, right? Thank you for sharing that. Because that's exactly what is going on in this scry, right? Somebody concealed this baby and that put him on the top part of the car. Right? It was strapped, like something is just strapped up there. Remind me like of a cooler or something. All right, we praying. We don't stop praying. Family said, oops, they look like turtle shells. So that's what I have, right, family? We're gonna keep praying that these two young girls are found safe. It doesn't matter how long it's been, right? And return home to their family, right? But this is what I'm seeing. This other young girl who's gone, Angel, we're gonna continue to pray for this baby because it's still fresh, right? But I know that she's emotional, and I got a lot of self-harm on somebody who's emotional, and that's not a good thing when you are emotional, and because you can do anything, right? So a lot of her actions that she's doing, she's playing of what someone said to her, the things that they said, right? And that's the thing, right? They need to find this young baby because you know, anything, the will is set eternal, the ancestor says, and because you operating off of emotions, you're liable to do anything, right? The wrong people, you go to the wrong places, right? Anything can happen because they'll set it turning. So we're gonna just keep this baby in, right? That she has found. But a lot of that has to do with things people has been saying to her and taking things away from her, right? So she's there somewhere sobbing and, you know, depressed about things. All right, family. So that's what I'm seeing. Trying to see what this energy is that's shifting around in here, because I swear this looked like some kind of what the heck this is. All right, love you too, big mama. Big mama, I swear. Slay and Pray. I like that name, Slay and Pray. Keisha Key said the stepfather and the mother been left each other. Well, it was warnings about the future with them, right? And children and the child, right? Bio was in jail at the time she was missing. Thank you for that, Tangelus. Yeah, that's why a lot of that energy was showing on the justice system, right? And I got a biological parent connected, but also that's why they couldn't get no money either, right? Couldn't get no money, right? So that was a detour with they money, right? Because you in jail, you can't give me no child support. So there's a lot of things that's going on in there. One parent was supposed to pay, the other parent can get, something happened in there, right? Well, if you're in jail, you can't pay child support, right? All right, family. So I'm gonna get off of here, fam. I love you all. I think that is it, right? The 2 cases. I know I was supposed to. You all will see me up here tomorrow, family. For my paid family, I'll be on Patreon tomorrow, family. I know I was supposed to be on there today, but I wanted to get this case out there. Tomorrow you all gonna be seeing me, so we're gonna have like a late day. All right. So you all will see me tomorrow. All right. I'll do Tuesday's Insight with you all tomorrow, family. Then we'll be back on track. Thank you, Socially Awkward. Hello, Jacqueline. How are you? All right, family. Love you all. I want you all to have a prosperous day, family. Feel free to put whatever you all in the comment section and keep me updated with this case with this baby Angel in here, who is I believe she's still missing, right? Angel Turner. Anything else that comes through with the other one, Alexis Patterson, I believe, right? So just keep me posted. Love you all, family. Have a prosperous night.